Teaching writing for middle school students, best practices. The goal of this presentation, through research and best practices, is to show ways that will help middle school students be more confident and better writers. Using both best practices and research, I hope to integrate some new ideas using mostly technology into my classroom that will breathe new life into the writing process. My thesis is that students require new ways of learning how to write, mostly using technology. My first article, entitled Middle School Students Writing and Feedback in a Cloud-Based Environment by B. Zhang, highlights the use of the following. Using Google Docs, mostly using online peer feedback. He says students writing in a shared online environment are able to engage in meaningful processes of peer interaction through providing feedback to one another and receiving it. According to Zhang, research has found that computer-based writing is typically collaborative and more iterative and involves more peer editing than writing with paper and pencil. In my second article, was an interesting study with data compiled from market data research. It was about the manner and philosophy behind middle school teachers teaching writing. In the study, many teachers believe they teach writing in the best manner possible, but they actually don't, based on students' observations and actually their own feedback. In this study, many teachers said they lacked the preparedness needed to adequately teach writing. Very little technology is used in the teachers surveyed. Cross-curriculum teachers view it as the English teacher's responsibility to teach writing properly. A reason technology was sorely lacking in the teachers surveyed classrooms is that they cited reasons as having no access to technology or any computer knowledge. In article number 3, called The Impact of Digital Tools and Student Writing by Kay Purcell, is an interesting article on how important it is to use technology to teach writing. These teachers see the internet and digital technologies such as social networking sites, cell phones, and texting, generally facilitating teens' personal expression and creativity, broadening the audience for their written material, and encouraging teens to write more often in more formats than may have been the case in prior generations. End quote, page 2. Many teachers still do place value on ways from the past. Teachers still encourage the use of some writing by hand. And this article really articulated how tools are very worthwhile and important to students, and they get excited about using them. Applications. While not willing to abandon crayons, pencils, ink, and paper, this is from Crafting Digital Writing, Hicks, page 2, the research shows that it's necessary to use technology to teach writing. It's necessary to integrate technology into different units of the English curriculum. Illuminating students on credible sources and how to determine what a credible source is, Hicks suggests that we teach students the value of our viewings. For example, Facebook is a limited audience versus public, which should have a vast audience. It's from page 33. In-class resources. I have access to Chromebooks in my 7th grade English classroom where students can edit, write, and share using Google Docs. And as a result, we keep a mandatory e-portfolio of their work, which they take from 7th grade all the way to 12th grade. We also have textbooks and literature on ebooks where they can use the lookup and dictionary feature, and they can mark their place and they can annotate. I also allow them to use cell phones where they can record plays, tableaus, and skits. Activities and assessments. I might have the kids do a Shakespeare web quest where they take a virtual reality tour of Elizabethan England. Interactive essays is a great way to integrate technology into the English curriculum. For example, Grapes of Wrath interactive essay with hyperlinks to Dust Bowl in 1920s America. I may have the students keep a diary, an online interactive journal diary, to go along with my Diary of Anne Frank unit. This could be shared among peers, and it would be a way of transcending the regular printed diary into something technological. Wikis, blogs, discussion boards, and Blackboard is an excellent way of sharing knowledge of literary terms. For example, characterization, setting, plot, theme. In conclusion, despite our best efforts to control, often restrict, the use of technology for the younger generation, they are using it and will continue to use it. Teachers must harness that enthusiasm for technology and transfer it to the writing classroom. Through the ideas, research, and best practices outlined in this presentation, it's clear that we should use technologies that will allow our students to experience writing using the tools they will need in college and beyond. For a list of references, they're outlined in the last slide. Thank you for listening and watching.